So Baldur's Gate versus Starfield. Who's the better RPG? Baldur's Gate, right?
Starfield.
I don't
Starfield,
know. It's
boom.
gotta be. I haven't even played I said plain. I haven't even played Starfield, and it's gotta be better than Baldur's Gate.
Wow, that is a hot take.
Yeah, that is a hot take.
Yeah.
Starfield.
I'm willing to admit that Starfield might be better as someone who has also not played it, but I wouldn't say automatically better than Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate's fun.
It's just gotta be more engaging.
I was
know?
engaged.
I made a mistake by giving this little comparison. They really are two different things. I think that an action RPG being compared to an actual RPG, it's very difficult to do. I think over the last 5 years, RPGs have just become action RPGs. And that's why Baldur's Gate is so refreshing and so interesting, is because it takes us back to a time of like, no, this is what an RPG game is. Like old school Final Fantasy.
Gatekeepy to me.
You know what I like about Baldur's Gate? You can play with your friends.
Opened the gate.
Can you do that in Starfield? No.
You know what I like with Baldur's Gate? Is you can just play with your dong. That's what
is there
you can
nudity
do
in
Baldur's
Starfield?
Gate.
I think that there's not nudity, but I think that there are romantic companions that you can have.
No swinging
Hello, everyone, and
dicks.
welcome back to another podcast here on the OGSoG channel. And today we're doing some Podcast Mafia. That's right. We're back to the only podcast format where we murder each other until no one's left. Actually, I guess it's just more.
And then OGSoG brings him back for the next topic. It's
which is nice. Which is nice of
we
OGSoG.
call him a
Praise
mercy,
OGSoG, of course.
a god full of mercy, but really he just brings you back so that you can die again. So
like corn.
Yeah.
You guys don't know who that is, but
corn.
Yeah,
I heard porn.
I heard porn also.
Like when you eat corn, you don't really digest it; just runs through you.
He's the blood god. Blood for the blood god. Never mind.
Is it Gorn?
Porn?
Corn. Never mind. Let's
Corn?
continue.
Are you named after the blood god? Because this is starting to make more
No,
sense.
KHORNE.
Oh.
Corn.
Is there a laser corn?
Oh my God, there should be a
One of the
laser
Dude,
porn.
wait. How dark and twisted is that meme now if the little kid was talking about the blood god?
What?
I love cone.
Oh my
That's so
God.
funny. I wonder if anyone's done that yet.
No one knew who the god of corn was before.
Laser
That's
corn.
funny.
I see a short
I'm
in your
probably
future.
gonna do that.
Is this god also really amazing?
What?
That was a
I
good
don't know
joke
what-
because corn
I don't
is
know what you
grown
said.
on a
I get it,
maze.
sort of.
Oh, maze.
Oh,
I got it. All right, for our first topic in Podcast Mafia, and if you're watching on YouTube, this is the only topic, hey, people collect some weird stuff, some cool stuff. Some of us may collect things or not. What is something you collect that's interesting? Maybe the weirdest thing or the coolest thing? Something you collect. Be proud of your collection, and that is the topic. What do you collect?
And if you think this topic is really interesting and you want to hear about other topics, next week we'll have a new topic. But on our Patreon, we've got a third topic that you will not get on YouTube. So go check that out. We're on the Patreon. You can listen to the whole episode, all topics, all uncut. It's great.
It's the not safe for work version of what you collect.
You can listen to
Technically,
3
yes.
episodes jammed into a mega episode.
Yeah.
Mega episode.
A mega
Episode. So messages have not come in yet. So I would like to speak first because I feel like even in my camera view here.
No, he's guilty, dude. He saw it. He
Guilty.
saw it.
My
Okay,
message
messages
was
are now
in
in.
when he said my message isn't in yet, so I don't even believe him.
Well, I got my
guilty
message
vote.
last.
Insta.
Oh, so
and as-
Paco
guilty
sends
vote.
killer messages first, so it must be you.
No.
All right, and kicking off the topic is going to be Joven, just picking
Yeah, well,
randomly, of course.
Thank you. Now, for me, I kind of want to break this down into 2 different parts here because I grew up with a collector, right? My dad is a collector. He had Star Wars figures still in the bubble on the wall that then got like signatures. I grew up knowing you buy one for yourself and one to keep in the packaging. Since then, I have been able to break free from that. And sorry, I was looking at my audio there. Okay, we're good.
Looking at his
since
kill phrases. Killer.
Since then, I have been able to break free from that mentality. And as you can kind of see, I've got a collection of stuff and that I've learned to open. Ironically enough, this isn't open yet, but I have just finished
We can't see what you're
I know,
doing.
but
You're
the
just
audience
going away
can.
from the microphone.
I know. So I've started collecting. This is the four of four for the Ninja Turtles, but it is from NECA, the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles X Universal Monsters. So all the Ninja Turtles.
We all thought about making the joke.
I was very. Anyways, you can see here on the side some of the other characters. Donatello is the Invisible Man, and the sculpts are phenomenal. I love mashups.
Are you on camera?
For the audience.
Oh, okay.
We can't see.
Here on the side, like Michelangelo was the Mummy. The very first figure released made me angry because it was Igor as Leonardo, and that didn't make sense to me. It didn't make sense. Why did they make Igor? Because then they did Raphael was Frankenstein. And I was like, that's really cool. I eventually decided to go back and collect all of them. There's a few that I don't like. Splinter is Van Helsing. He looks fine. April O'Neil as Bride of Frankenstein. I think that's a little weird. I thought it was like a low-hanging pick. But Casey Jones...
It's like, there's the only one.
Yeah, the one girl. Casey Jones is awesome, and I haven't found that one yet, so I want to get that one. When I am collecting something, I don't like to buy it online. I like to find it in the wild. If I go to a convention, I'll try to buy something on my collection. It just feels cheating. It's not that I'm,
like cheating.
Feels cheating.
It feels cheating.
It feels cheating.
Feels cheating.
It's
real
giving
sentences
cheating.
with Jovenshire.
But
Imagine that being the kill phrase. It feels
It
cheating.
feels cheating. Oh, shit, I should have been taking notes, and I wasn't.
I took notes. I have a few.
I do want to get that Casey Jones because he's the Phantom of the Opera. And it's like, it's his hockey mask instead of the... I know, it's really cool, right? So that's a collection that I'm trying to finish up. Now, the collection that's almost... I feel like I want to do this more, but I know people won't, jump with me on it. But I want to collect Monopoly boards. Growing up, I used to have a lot of different...
Just want to collect the worst
No.
game ever made.
Fuck you and fuck the haters when it comes to Monopoly. Monopoly's a good game. It's a real good game and nobody knows how to play it. And that bugs me.
I haven't heard someone say hater like non-ironically in a very long time.
Well, it's because it's
You're just a
Monopoly.
hater.
Hater.
Okay, so I did a whole TikTok on this and so many people came after me in the comments about it. But like people who know how to play Monopoly enjoy the game a lot more. People who don't know how to play the game don't like the game. But if I'm at a convention or something and I see a unique
Pretty
Monopoly,
simple rules.
I always flip it over. I have to see what pieces are in there. I have to see what Boardwalk is. I currently own Super Mario Monopoly. I do have a D&D Monopoly and a
You're
Star Wars
a-
Monopoly.
I saw
So I
D&D
want to
Monopoly at a
collect.
store recently. It looks cool, but then you have to play Monopoly.
Well, it's also a double win because the pewter figures are all classes. So you could just use those in your game of Dungeons and Dragons.
No, the figurines that come in the D&D Monopoly are just different species of dick. That's just different penises.
What? No, is that a Baldur's Gate joke? You sound like a hater, sir. That's what you sound like.
that joke was a bit of a stretch.
So
Like the penis.
So I had one. Stop it.
Like Joven's balls.
For those of you that don't know, we have recently filmed a video for Baldur's Gate 3. I don't know if it's out yet or not, but there was some penis adventures. So yeah, that's a collection that I have finished or trying to finish with Casey Jones, and then a collection that I'd like to have.
Cool. So not Monopoly board specifically, but I feel like my board game collection is getting pretty good. You can see
You got a good collection.
Yeah, I got Hero Quest, I got Battle Masters, Fireball Island, I got Betrayal Regular, and then Betrayal at the House on the Hill Regular, and then Betrayal Baldur's Gate Edition, where you actually get powers and stuff, which I feel is like the better game.
It's the better one.
I feel like it's
that was
upgraded.
very
cool.
cool.
It's very fun to play. So, I got a nice little board game collection going. I'm pretty proud of it. I don't really collect anything else hardcore. I mean, I used to be big into like Magic cards and stuff. We all went through that phase together, except for Mari, who just judged us.
Yeah, made fun of us constantly.
I only stole the Pegasus cards from the kids at school. That's it. That's the only one I wanted. So I had a stack of the same Pegasus cards.
That's so dumb. But
True story.
They're just like commons.
they are commons. You plebe.
I loved the Pegasus because Hercules, the Disney movie.
Right.
That's
Got
the
it.
only reason.
Yeah.
One of the least merchandised characters in Disney history is Baby Pegasus.
I had a baby Pegasus stuffed animal.
Ah, this might be
One of a
worth
few.
I feel like it probably came in like a Happy Meal toy.
No, it was
That's
like a
probably the
stuffed
thing.
animal. I bought it with my money.
No, I'm not saying your thing. I'm saying I bet there was a Happy Meal toy of the Pegasus.
Of the Pegasus, yes. Not of Baby Pegasus, if I remember correctly, because I do remember those toys.
But anyway, yeah, so my board game collection I would like to get into collecting like 40K, but A, it's expensive, and B, it's very time consuming to put all the models together and then paint them and stuff.
Yeah,
So,
like that's a hobby that takes time.
Like, I want to play with a friend of ours, John Carl, but I just haven't put together my set yet, so working on it. But yeah, so I would go with board games for my collection.
For those who would like to remember this and unlocking some core memories, the McDonald's Hercules toys were like a plastic figure, and then you would open them up, and then one of the other characters would be inside of it. So they had a lot of the Titans. The Earth Titan had Zeus inside of it. Hydra had Hercules, and adult Pegasus had Meg.
don't
Adult
remember any of
Pegasus
that.
sounds like...
Oh, wait, no, there's a baby
Adult
Pegasus toy.
Is it a vibrator?
There is a baby Pegasus toy. It was a fire with the Fire Titan.
Pretty sure an adult Pegasus toy was inside Meg.
Wow.
I see.
Jesus.
Yeah, I remember. I was gonna say I thought I remembered this Happy Meal toy. So
So the thing that I collect, and I would say, I have like 5 of them. So I'm not like a big collector, but it's a very specific niche. It is a Bandai Tamashii Nations version.
Tamagotchi?
No, it's just like a line of Bandai toys called Tamashii Nations, and it is Star Wars Samurai crossover.
Wait.
oh, that's
Didn't
cool.
I get that for you or get you one, or I stole it from you?
You gave me a Darth Maul Ronin, and I'm looking at it right now. It's right next to Lara Croft. But the Bandai ones are a little bit smaller than the one that you gave me, and I've got like a Stormtrooper. I've got a Darth Vader with like a full-on Kabuto helmet.
Damn, this is cool.
Yeah, it's my favorite thing. So yeah, that's the thing that I collect. Other than NFTs, baby.
I was gonna say. I'm literally writing that down on my notes as the kill phrase.
NFTs, baby.
Beanie
Some
babies
fuckboy in
of our
there.
generation.
NFT babies. Mari, I don't know.
All your NFTs are going to zero. Did you get those sweet Crypto Zoo NFTs, Mari? You got any of those?
Oh my god. I feel like having them now would be worth something just because of all the memes around it being a total
I feel like each
scam.
one is worth like negative $77.
If someone made Beanie Baby NFTs, do you think those would be worth
I bet you
something?
that exists.
At the height
probably
of
would
it,
be.
it
It's
probably
hilarious.
would've.
Yeah.
All right, my collection thing. I'm the last one. Let me just say this. I really feel like collecting things, with the exception of some things, obviously.
STDs?
You could collect. Sure. Yeah, you could collect anything. But largely, collecting is kind of a rich man's game. And let me tell you, something that I really want to get into collecting that I have not been doing late. I used to do it a lot. And then I kind of stopped for a while, and I think I really need to get back into it. Money. I really need to start collecting
Collect that
money again.
Coin
So,
collections are a very popular collection and a fun hobby with strong communities around them. I highly recommend
Yeah, I'm not even
meeting
talking
local
about
groups.
coins. I'm talking about dollar bills. Don't care what kind they are. I'd like to collect them. I'd like to put them in my wallet and eventually take a load of them to the bank, where I'm told that they can be stored digitally, which is nice. So
Are NFTs just dollars?
No, because they lose
Yeah.
value.
yeah. Well, so does
So does the
Yeah, that's
dollar.
true.
sometimes.
Inflation.
But yeah, I mean, so if I started collecting money sometime soon, I think that's a hobby I could really get into.
And then
so.
after that hobby was successful, what else would you collect?
Wait, hang
so that
on.
I can find out if you're the killer or not.
I just want to give him a quick tip. So a lot of
Yeah.
people keep money in like wallets in their pocket. If you just reach in there and grab that and then run, you might be able to collect a bunch of money that way.
Oh, like I could
Yeah.
like take other people's
Yeah,
collection.
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
Pogs. You like play for
Exactly.
keeps.
Sometimes people aren't even like as worried about their collection. It's begging to be collected from someone else, actually.
Yeah, there's some people whose collections are outlandishly
Yeah.
large that I feel like if they just gave me part of theirs, I could really get my own collection
Yeah, yeah.
going.
I'm sure people
Yeah,
get
like
tired
Elon
of their
Musk, maybe.
collections too. You know, they're like, why did I even start collecting this anyway?
Yeah, dude. If Mr. Beast could help me get my collection started, my money collection,
Oligarchs
that would be
are
great.
literally just people with giant collections who then get to run countries.
A lot of and since we know a lot of other people have this collection, so Hanky, what about like a sign that just said "M collecting dollars"? Please,
Yeah.
please help with collection.
Please help me start my collection. Yeah. Yeah, that would probably be smart. But so yeah, that's the thing I'd like to get into collecting right there.
Nice.
And now we can all turn our cameras on while OGSoG reveals who has died.
Well, I'm gonna guess it wasn't So Inky as the killer.
I have
got
two
no
praise for
notes.
Sohinki.
Ding, 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 ding. You hear the sound of metal. Ding, 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 ding. As a sudden avalanche of coins kills Sohinki.
Oh,
damn it.
he was getting by the
He
coin.
got monkey pod.
Wow, dude.
It's not Sohinki.
I guess I should have specified paper bills mainly.
Yeah,
That
hurt
you
a
would
lot
have
less.
died of paper cuts, which would have been worse.
I guess
Oh,
this
dead
is
by 1,000 cuts.
I'd say convenient for me, but now it's kind of hard to choose. Well, I didn't have any notes on So Hinky,
Alright.
so
Yeah, I had. Well, it's kind of a really generic phrase, but he said, "Let me just say this," and that really doesn't have anything to do with collections. But I noticed that Pacos don't always, or sometimes, often. I don't remember.
wait, isn't that what So Hinky said?
Yeah, he said, "Let me just say this."
Oh,
That was
okay.
the one phrase I had for him.
Yeah,
For
gotcha.
Mari, I had specific niche.
I kind of think maybe NFT babies. Like, do I want to kill her for the meme? I don't know. I do want the points. I don't remember the point system.
You're not metagaming enough. There's no way Paco sent NFT.
That is
babies.
100% who
Disagree.
like. Can we hear from? No, I guess we would have to wait till after.
Yeah, that's cheating.
Yeah.
But I just don't see Paco sending that as a kill phrase. I think it's specific niche, and I think it's Mari. Yeah. That's where
Specific
I'm
niche
leaning
is
right
good.
now. For Joven, I have in the packaging and in the wild, but those
Oh, in the packaging that. Oh, wait.
kind of
oh,
makes
yeah.
sense, right?
You also said in the bubble, kept in
Yeah.
the bubble,
In the
something
bubble.
like that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a
Still
bubble
in
packaging.
the bubble.
Still in the
Sorry,
bubble.
dead guy speaking up.
Still in the bubble.
Uh,
That might be it, or it feels cheating.
It feels cheap.
feels cheating. Paco actually
Would you
has
believe
good grammar.
me?
That's not a
Yeah.
Paco phrase.
Would you believe me if I said my mic cut out and I said it feels like cheating, but just my mic cut out?
no.
Didn't
Okay.
happen.
For Lasercorn, good sir, as you throw some shade, went hardcore. As you were talking about Magic the Gathering, your explanation was a bit on the quick side, but you were able
I feel
to.
like I talk for a minute. All right.
It wasn't as fast as collecting dollars, and that's why coins killed
I got
Sohinki.
interrupted, and then when I tried to get back on
Moo.
topic, huh?
What did you drop there? Your murder weapon?
Nice. I dropped my marker, my note taking.
All right, I think it's time
sure,
to make
let's do the thing.
the accusations.
I don't know. I think went hardcore is
Okay.
where I'd like to accuse
One
because it's
vote
going to
for
get me the
Lasercorn.
most points.
I'm gonna go with specific niche Mari.
That does sound more Paco-y than went
Specific
hardcore.
Niche.
All right, rebuttal.
Wait, hang on. Mari gets to vote first.
I like the finger pointing to Lasercorn. I'm gonna do that. Same phrase.
Okay, so I'll just go ahead and make my rebuttal now. Classic killer move. She's like, okay, I've got one person pointing at me, but if I just throw my vote in with the other person, then I can 2-1 this and sneak out with the victory. She didn't really have a good reason for accusing me. She's just trying to metagame
The problem
this.
is how much sense that makes. And when
That's
it's you that
right.
says it, though, that's what makes it more shady.
What? What are you talking about?
You like that makes sense, but because you called it out, it sounds more shady.
What?
Because
I don't-
you're typically right about these things, it
I don't know.
means that you must be the
Like,
killer when you
if
point
I
it
was
out.
the killer, I feel like I would have finger pointed back at Joven and tried to get Mari on my side for the third vote. But I really do think it's Mari. I don't know. That's my rebuttal.
Don't have points. Okay. That
Mari,
makes
your
sense.
rebuttal, go.
You're 100% right, Lasercorn. I
No.
am the killer.
Mari, you can't do that on every episode.
At least she's consistent. That's actually not a bad strategy because then when she says she is the killer and she is, no one will believe her.
Yeah.
Let's see if
My ghost vote is laser
Really?
corn, and I have it's very time consuming.
Okay. I'm gonna be so mad. I will not be in the next episode if I'm lost because of this. But I'm switching over to Lasercorn, who is
What? You were
unnaturally
already-
good
Oh,
at
no.
this.
You were already on me.
But you already voted on
No.
Lasercorn, yeah.
I said that was my. I was swayed.
Oh, you were swayed by Lasercorn.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I was swayed by Lasercorn. But if
to vote for
if I lose out on points because of this, I'm gonna be so mad.
You're doing the right thing, Joven.
Very good, Mario.
Okay,
Nice metagame.
let's reveal who the killer is.
So, are we? Is that how we're landing? Are we all sticking with original?
Yeah, you two went to Mari. My ghost vote, which doesn't matter than for points, is on LC, and
I'm sticking
Mari
with LC.
died, yeah.
Just to share real quick, I collect squished pennies.
Interesting.
If anyone cared at all.
That is a weird thing to collect.
Thank you. I have several hundred.
Okay. And
Out of context, I didn't know what you were talking about.
I love it. And who is the squished penny from this?
The killer
round?
this round was, in fact, Joven.
Really?
Damn it!
Oh
Damn.
my god.
Wow.
Was it? Hold on.
What was his phrase?
Was it Find It in the Wild?
It was not Find It in the Wild.
What was
the
it?
bubble?
What was the
The
phrase?
haters. Fuck you and fuck the haters when I
The hater?
The haters.
the haters.
That was
Wow,
good.
Wow, that was
This
such a
has
cringy
like
statement,
someone
and-
Has nothing to do
screenshot
with
this
collecting.
victory.
See,
I know.
That's why I put down, let me just say this, because sometimes it doesn't have anything to do with the topic. It's so hard. So hard to tell
But it was a phrase it's a phrase that stood out so much that you even called me out on the phrase, and I was worried. I was like, man, here we go. They found the phrase.
It just
We called it out because it was so cringy the way you said it, but
Yeah.
but it also was so on brand.
Oh
that
man,
didn't
I
think it was
wasn't
gonna be
even
killed
like,
phrase.
I had like the I talked about one collection, then went into another collection, was
Wow.
able to use my passions as a way to hide it.
Good job, Joven.
We were right from the
Well
very
done.
beginning where we thought that him going first was the
yeah.
For what it's worth, I did say that before a message came in, so I just
I
it's
do not
dangerous for me
believe
to talk reverse.
I don't
All
believe
right.
you.
No, enough gloating. Okay, it's time to move on to the next prompt.
At least I didn't
All right.
get killed.
I would like to say to the three of you though, you the haters.
Terrible.
Okay. Yeah, suck it. Right here on YouTube, I'm the winner. But if you'd like to be like these people over here on the other side of the screen, you'll find out that they have access to a special episode that you won't be able to watch here on YouTube. So go join our Patreon. We've got a link down below. Click on it. We've got extended versions of all of our videos and a third topic for this week's episode, to which you'll find out who won this episode of Podcast Mafia. Go check it out.